We are in Chiang Rai, Thailand for the Thailand Super Trail, one of the last very important races in the championship of 2019. We've had a fantastic race in the classic 125 kilometer category. There's also an ultimate 230, which we will talk about later. But now we're going to witness the finish, probably the most important finish of this weekend. And it's none other than John Ellis we are waiting for, because John Ellis has managed to drop Hisashi Kitamura, the Asia Trailmaster Championship leader, about 15 kilometers ago on the last steep climb of this 125 kilometer race. Before that, Kitamura and Ellis were running like madmen, I can say. Their pace was really high. They allowed Sukrit Kauyun from Thailand, the local runner, and also Milton Amat to run away in the early stages. But then mercilessly, they caught them back and they just dropped them immediately. And they put more than an hour between themselves and the other two. And the other two, let's not forget, is the number 3 and the number 6 in the current Asia Trailmaster Championship ranking. So a very strong performance, a very tough fight, a very good fight between Hisashi Kitamura and John Ellis. But eventually it is the experience, maybe the age, the maturity of the Australian, who is of course based in Hong Kong, who's gonna get the advantage here. John Ellis will win Ultra-Trail Chiang Rai. It will be his third race victory of the ATM season, and it's a very important one because it will put him 75 points ahead of the same Kitamura in the championship standing. And with only a handful of races still to go, it looks very good now for John Ellis. We can see him already in the background. We need to warn all of you viewers in advance that it is extremely hot at the moment here, and as many people will know, these 40 plus degrees are not exactly good for iPhone and other mobile technology devices. So apologies if there is an interruption of this broadcast at some point. We hope not. We can see John Ellis coming. He still has a good pace. Kitamura, by the way, he was dropped at this climb, but then he kept on fighting in the descent, and in the last checkpoint he was still only 5 minutes behind. But now he has of course given up already, and I think he will finish between 10 and 15 minutes after John. But as I was saying, so John Ellis, he will have now 75 points more than Kitamura in the championship. Mathematically, it is still possible for his challengers like Kitamura, also Milton Amat, and maybe one or two others to take the title away from Ellis. But Ellis, of course, will still run the race in Malaysia, TNF Mountain Festival. And here he is. And he looks strained as well, though. Fantastic, John. You did it, man.
That feels so strong.
Yeah. Hisashi อันดับ 1 Asia Trail Master ซึ่งตอนนี้เขากลายเป็นที่ 2 ใน Asia Trail Master ไปแล้ว My goodness, John, you're really knackered now. What a race with Kitamura. You guys were racing the hell of each other for 50 kilometers, I think. This is นักกีฬาที่วิ่งมาแล้ว128 กิโลเมตรนะคะ He's Japanese, of course. โอ้โหคลานเข้ากันไปแล้วนี่คือ
basically
แช
just
มป์ตัวจริงนะคะ
cracking out a couple of 4-minute Ks on the road. Getting help. And that seems to do the trick. It broke me.
But you caught him on the last big climb, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, we ran together for
Okay.
70 Ks.
Yeah. But then he got dropped. Where exactly?
We never really separated, but that much. A couple of times we had a quick checkpoint and got them in onto a head and we joined up again.
Yeah. Let me go in the shade if you want with us, because yeah.
Hello John
John Ellis is very, yeah, he's gonna listen to the broadcast interview from the
Thank
speaker.
you.
Go! Ladies and gentlemen, this is John Ellis, our winner of Chiang Rai Ultra-Trail 124 kilometers. How do you feel right now?
Oh, so tired.
I can tell, but you look so fresh actually.
It's not what I feel like.
And do you know now, from the winning of this race, you become the first rank in the Asia Master. Is that right?
Yeah, that was a really big motivation today. So Hisashi knew that too, and so that's why we had such a big battle.
Oh wow! So, do you know where is he right now, Hisashi?
No, but he's probably quite broken because I was quite broken.
Oh really? And is this your best form today?
The strategy maybe could have been better, like to really sort of blow each other up 20 Ks ago was, I regretted it. It's 20 Ks that you've got to just suffer and get to the finish line, but lots of motivation to try and lead the Asia Trail Masters and put you through.
Wow, that's worth doing that. And about the route here in Sing Park, how do you feel about the route right here?
Yeah, it's a really interesting route. It flows nicely. It's really runnable. Probably the hardest thing is when the sun comes out, and then you battle. That was really hard.
So last night you have like run very well last night.
Yeah, it was really nice up on hills. Got a lot of speed up there, felt good. When we got down, the sun came out. It was torture.
Sorry about that. I know Thailand is very hot. And did you get any sleep at all? Many people who are not runners are still curious because it's been like 15 hours. Did you get any sleep at all?
No sleeping on the clock.
All right, because someone is right behind you. So, congratulations and really happy with you that you are the first rank in the Asia Trail Master right now. So, everybody, John Ellis! Whoa!
So John Ellis wins the Ultra-Trail Chiang Rai.
No, you're the champion. Looking good. Keep your perform. เขาบอกเขาขอคลานไปต่อได้ไหมนะบอกไม่ได้เป็นแชมป์แล้วเขาก็สนุกสนานมากนะคะเขาบอกว่าไฟล์นี้เขาเหนื่อยมากๆเลยเพราะว่า
So John, before we let you take a rest in the shadow, so you have 75 points now ahead of Kitamura. It could be enough. Mathematically, it is still possible for the others, but I think you don't want to have another race like this, right?
ต้องการที่จะครองอันดับของตัวเองไว้ไม่อยากจะตกอันดับ2เพราะฉะนั้นเขาก็เลยสู้กันมาตลอดทำให้การวิ่งของเขาจากที่กลายเป็นเพสปกติเนี่ยต่างคนต่างก็ต้องสู้กัน
But your strategy of focusing on the super trails definitely worked out this year.
เขาก็บอกว่าเขาบอกว่า broken กันทั้งคู่คือเจ็บกันทั้งคู่นะคะแล้วก็ถามว่าฮิซาชิเป็นไงเขาก็คงเจ็บ
Congratulations, John. We let you take a rest. We talk later again.
นี่คือเรียกว่าอะไรคะเป็นหัวใจนักสู้นะคะพยายามไฟต์เต็มที่
In the meantime, we're also still waiting for Hisashi Kitamura, but he's not yet inside. As I said, he really let go in the last section of 8 kilometers. Of course, because he also noticed that he could no longer catch John Ellis. And as John indicated, Hisashi Kitamura is probably just as broken as John Ellis. I have personally never seen John like this, except maybe once in the Nine Dragons. But I think it even beats the Nine Dragons. He was crying in the last kilometer, the tears were in his eyes. And it was not because of the heat. Here's Alessandro Sherpa, who DNF'd yesterday. Sherpa was actually running a very good race, the ATM champion from last year. He did the ultimate 230 because Sherpa had to try and get more points because he's behind in points compared to Kitamura, Ellis, Milton Amat and a few others. But Sherpa unfortunately failed in his ambition. He DNF'd after 110 kilometers yesterday. running very well though, but he had pain in his tendons and he thought it was not worth it to continue.
สุดๆเลยคุณจอห์น เอลลิสนะคะสุดยอดนักวิ่งในงาน
And I think we can leave it at that here for the time being while we wait for Hisashi Kitamura. We will be back when the Japanese Yugal runner arrives into the finish. Later on today we will have an interview still with John Ellis when he is recovered.
เห็นอีลีตัวเป็นๆก็มาให้กำลังใจ
We'll be back very soon.
คุยได้นะคะด้านในนี้นะคะแล้วก็